concentrate on the audio, not the video. In today's topic, I want to discuss whether private security can carry ninja-like items like a sword, ninja star. Let's talk about that. If you guys have any topics that you want me to address that I haven't addressed in my over 1,000 videos, or you think I need to do a re-video on something, let me know. As you can see, I'm probably running out of topics, but yeah, definitely let us know what you want to hear. Anyhow, I want to talk about the swords. Can private security guards carry swords? So I'm located in California. Because I'm located in California, my understanding of laws revolve around California. What is relevant in California might not be applicable to your state. Onward, we do have subscribers that are in other states, so I definitely want to hear from you guys on what is legal and what is not legal. So swords, is that legal in California? Can private security carry that? Well, the first question that you have to ask is carrying a sword in public, is that against the law? And in California, it is not against the law. It is absolutely not against the law to carry a sword in a public place. Now, if you are brandishing it under California Penal Code 417, I'm not sure of the subsection, but if you brandish it, you're swinging it around in a threatening manner, that's different. Now, obviously, if it's a rude and threatening manner, and you're in the park, and there's like no one near you, that you can't be rude and threatening to yourself. That's something else. But no, it's perfectly legal. Now, there may be some prohibited locations where you cannot have a sword. For example, maybe like inside of a government building, you're in the Department of Motor Vehicles office, maybe a federal building or federal property. That's something that's different, but generally swords are legal. The next question is, can California security, can they carry a sword? Well, there is no business and professions code or criminal code that says that they cannot carry a sword. Just like tasers, right? There's no can't have a taser. So a taser kind of fall into the same category as the sword. Now, the business professions code does tell us that if you're working for a proprietary security employer, meaning that you're working for an in-house security employer, you should not have any deadly weapons. And obviously, a sword is a deadly weapon. In that case, if you want to carry a sword, your company or your employer needs to have a PPO license, a private patrol operator license. Okay. And then still, they're not regulated, so you can't have a sword if you want. Would I carry a sword as a private security guard? I know, I don't see any utility in that. And I think the optics of it kind of look bad. I mean, if you're in a deadly force situation, you got to use a sword. I don't know. I mean, I guess if somebody has a firearm and then you have a sword, I guess the optics of it look better. Should you be concerned about optics? It's up to you, right? But yeah, there's no sword permit that you can get. Now, guys, there are places where security guards carry machetes. I know it's not a sword, but I was in a country. So in 2008, and this is how I know that some of you guys have really worked overseas, or you've been in the military overseas. You're probably already guessing, or you already know like what the circumstances are. So it was 2008 ish. I was in Indonesia visiting the homeland, and we went to a cafe. It was kind of like a Starbucks, huge Starbucks. And then there's a checkpoint. There's a checkpoint that you have to cross through. And there's security guards at the end. There's two with metal detectors, and they're armed with machetes. Not kidding. So then there's some popular restaurants in the area. Again, you got to pass through like a checkpoint of two armed security guards with machetes. So again, this is how you test those who really been overseas working security and in hostile environments. you guys probably already know what happened before. Well, there was a Bali bombing. I think it was a 2006, or was it 2004? Anyhow, we were staying like literally a couple blocks from the bombing site. So it's no. And it was we arrived during Ramadan, so it's no surprise that there are security points at your equivalent of Starbucks. Now I don't know why they don't carry semi-auto pistols. Once in a while you'll see police with revolvers, and this is 2008, which I thought was kind of strange. But I guess security countries found the need to have a machete. So I don't know. Let us know what you guys have seen overseas. You see also security carrying these unusual weapons. Maybe it works over there. It's acceptable if you have to use a machete or a sword in the line of duty. But in the United States, it's something rare. But I want to hear definitely from you guys. Guys, same thing with ninja stars. The first question you want to ask, any ninja-related item you want to ask yourself, is it generally illegal to have it as a private person? Okay, if the answer is no, it's not illegal, then you need to look at your state regulatory board for private security and ask, is there some type of permit process? Are those prohibited items according to your licensing board, if you have a licensing board? And then third, you want to kind of ask yourself, is there use of force experts that can testify in my behalf that has law enforcement experience and that has preferably security experience and that has some martial arts experience as well, actually a significant amount, because they're going to be the ones to testify on your behalf. And you want them to be able to articulate you're using a force during an incident in a way that's understandable to the jury. Now, I don't think that this is a useful item in private security in the United States. Any of these ninja-related items are, what was I going to just say? I don't think they're needed, but guys, I really don't like it when other people tell me what I need and what I don't need. So maybe you find the need for it. Okay? I don't really know. So let me just go through the comments real quick. Make sure I did not leave anybody out. I know a lot of you guys are security supervisors and you're walking around. Have you seen some of these items on people? And I know we all make fun of that security guard that has two swords, that has like all these pistols on him and all kinds of interesting items. And he can do that because his state regulatory board, wherever it is, probably doesn't say that you can't. Okay. If it becomes a problem, I'm sure your state regulatory board will start saying that it's illegal to have. I'm pretty sure. All right, guys, let me go through the comments real quick. Mr. Fusion's here. He says, Sean, have you been drinking? These videos are more cringy. No, I'm running out of topics. And this is the thing in private security, I guess. University security says problem is that knife is used. It better be a deadly force scenario. No training, no certification. I agree. Okay, so he says in Montana, the only regulated weapon is a firearm, no OC or baton or taser permit. Mr. Fusion says, Sean, how should I respond, by the way, when my coworkers say I don't need such and such items, such as first aid kit or anything on my belt? Well, I mean, you have to explain that. You should explain that these items are, come on, first aid. You could easily explain away that your first aid kit is necessary because if you get hit, you could render first aid. And then the person that's talking about your items can be the receiver of the benefit. So I would explain that. J.O. says, how long have you been working security? Me personally, I want to say maybe about 5 years in total. Best and worst experience, I'm just starting out. Just got my certificate, waiting on my license. Okay, so I'll screenshot that, and maybe we could talk about that later. All right, guys, I'm out. Take care.